If you picture an alchemist, you probably imagine a crazy old man in a pointy hat, hiding in a basement, trying to fake gold. The historical reality is quite different. The people operating in the dim light of these furnaces were the brightest minds of the ancient and medieval worlds. From the Islamic Golden Age to Renaissance Europe, scholars, court physicians, and heavyweights like Isaac Newton and Thomas Aquinas were deeply involved. Their work revolved around the magnum opus, or the great work, the creation of a legendary substance known as the Philosopher's Stone. By studying matter, they were attempting to master the laws of nature to fix the human body and conquer biological death. Claiming you could cure death and create infinite gold put an immediate target on your back. Monarchs who caught wind of a breakthrough would frequently imprison and torture practitioners to extract their recipes. At the same time, the Catholic Church viewed the manipulation of nature as heresy and witchcraft. To survive, these thinkers were forced to operate entirely in the shadows, creating a secretive network where every discovery had to be carefully obscured to remain safe. The alchemists solved this threat of discovery by completely abandoning plain text. They needed a way to protect their intellectual property. Instead of writing down clear instructions, they invented incredibly complex visual allegories. Looking at this Arabic manuscript, an outsider would see an incoherent mix of birds, mythical figures, and balance scales. It looked like a fairy tale or black magic. But look closely at this specific illustration. To the uninitiated, this is a red king trapped inside a glass flask. To a fellow alchemist, this crowned figure represented a precise chemical ingredient. And when that king is depicted being devoured by a green lion, like the one standing near this smoking volcano, the text is actually describing a highly volatile chemical reaction between sulfur and mercury. These bizarre, mystical drawings were the world's first encrypted laboratory notes, shielding experimental chemistry from greedy kings and suspicious clerics. Beneath all the complex codes, the alchemical worldview treated the universe as a living, breathing entity, constantly striving for perfection. As this vertical spectrum illustrates, they believed base metals like lead, situated at the bottom, were spiritually immature or sick. The goal was to cure them, moving them upward until they reached the flawless state of gold at the top. They applied this exact same metallurgical logic to human biology. Illness and aging were simply reflections of that same earthly corruption. If an alchemist could successfully cure a sick metal in a crucible, they believed they could dissolve that resulting perfect substance into a liquid. This aurum potabile, or drinkable gold, would soon become the ultimate elixir of life, capable of halting human aging entirely. Strip away the spiritual mysticism and the astrological alignments, and a clear picture of physical science emerges. Hidden in those dark basements, they were running rigorous, complex, and highly repetitive physical experiments. By forcing matter to react, they developed the mechanical processes of distillation, sublimation, and calcination. In their quest to prove a magical philosophy, these supposed wizards inadvertently invented the crucibles, glassware, and furnaces that define modern chemistry labs today. So, returning to those smoke-filled stone laboratories, did these brilliant minds actually beat death? The deeply ironic truth is that their relentless pursuit of eternal life routinely killed them. Their daily working environments were incredibly toxic. They spent hours locked in poorly ventilated rooms, boiling mercury, arsenic, lead, and white phosphorus. Many died agonizingly young from severe heavy metal poisoning or sudden catastrophic laboratory explosions. Their unwavering obsession with curing death made them entirely blind to the fatal elements right in front of them. In the 16th century, a practitioner named Paracelsus stepped back to examine centuries of these encrypted notes, toxic deaths, and failed attempts to create gold. He took the alchemist tools but completely abandoned the quest for wealth, shifting the entire focus of the field toward creating medicines. Paracelsus realized that specific, isolated chemicals could be used to treat specific biological diseases. The original alchemists never found their magical red powder, and they never distilled the elixir of life. But by staring into the fire, decoding the behavior of matter, and forcing it to obey their will, they laid down their lives to build the foundation of modern pharmacology and science. Subscribe to Ancient World Unveiled for more forgotten truths.